And now, views and interviews from the world of technology. Coming up, Sky News Tech Talk with Krista Holloman.
Hi, Rob Tarkoff, President and CEO of Lithium Technologies. We are a social customer experience platform for helping large brands engage better with their customers so they can work on their behalf.
Can you give us some examples of how the world of customer service is changing now?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different trends going on in customer service. In the case of internet scale companies like Skype as an example, the ability to scale traditional call centers or support centers to meet the needs of their customers is impossible in an internet scale business like Skype. And so community has now become not only the best way, but the only way to be able to effectively deal with all the complexities and customer service needs that are coming with this growth that Skype has experienced. The other way it's changed around, for example, of Cisco, in complex products communities, the ability to train engineers to be able to respond effectively to the needs of technical communities is a high priority, and companies are finding that they can use community to actually do that, to effectively get agents, customer agents trained, engineers trained to be able to respond to end customers better. And the other thing that's happening too is that people are trying to figure out, how do I respond to all the conversation that's happening on the social web, right? When somebody tweets something, do I have to respond? If somebody posts a question on Facebook, on a Facebook brand page wall, do I have to respond? And so we're helping companies understand how to use community to help orchestrate that response even when it's one-on-one, to get, again, your most engaged customers working on your behalf, answering tweets, answering questions on your Facebook wall, and generally helping you stay connected more broadly with where the conversation's happening. Because the promise of the social web is that once you ask me, I expect you to respond, and I expect my question to be answered. So there is sometimes a way in which companies have to think about, okay, do I really want to know what the answer to this question is before I engage in the social conversation? If I don't, it's probably not something I should be asking. So, when companies figure out these are the ideas I want to solicit, or these are the conversations I want to have, then it's a good time for them to start to use community as a way to create and generate conversation around those topics. In the beginning of a community, a company needs to respond as it builds up the base. But over time, with well-run communities like giffgaff, you can get response times that are 90 seconds or less. With HP, with RIM, many of our customers, answers go 1 to 4 minutes at maximum before they're answered. And more communities are doing this in real time with some of the real-time features that we're bringing out. So, conversations are going to take place about your brand and about your service levels, whether you have a community or not. The question is, can you draw from all the places where they're happening on the social web and create a hub, if you will, that can help bring customers to get the most expertise from other valued customers who really can speak your message.
And with regards to ROI, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, in the support case, the ROI is pretty easy. It's call deflection, reduced effort, reduced content productions, getting essentially customers to work for free on your behalf. And that is what it is. It's getting people to create all sorts of value that is not only as valuable as what the company would create, but it's actually more valuable than what the company would create, because the recent statistics from people like Nielsen say 90% of people trust what their peers say, and less than 15% trust what a company tells them. So if you can create lots of content from people who are the most trusted in your customer base, the ROI is pretty significant. With many of our customers, this can be 10x the investment. With some, it can be 100x, depending on how vibrant the community is and how much the company, promote the community as a place for experts around your brand to hang out.
Last question then. So looking ahead, what does the future hold?
Well, I think we're just at the very beginning of social. I think a lot of companies have started to use the public social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, others, in experimental ways. They're now facing that situation of, all right, what do I do now beyond customer acquisition? I found somebody who clicked on my like page or is a Twitter follower, where do I go with them? How do I help cultivate them something more valuable for my brand? And I think that cycle of really figuring out how to engage customers effectively in the message, in the conversation, in a real and authentic way is at the very early stages. And I think actually turning those people into your advocates to either answer questions for you or to promote your message is also very much in its early stages. And I think it's no less than a complete inversion of the way we've thought about marketing and support in the past. And I think there's a long way to go until this is a well-saturated market.
Sky News Tech Talk, in association with First Tuesday, the UK's largest network for high-growth technology companies and their investors. For free membership, visit firsttuesday.org.uk.